everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Deshaun Watson's Texans going up against Dalton's Bengals.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Now Dalton. Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He may not look the part of an inside linebacker because he's so tall and lengthy. Zach Cunningham can fend off blocks, and he can flat-out run and make plays.
He was so good at Vanderbilt. Led the SEC with 125 tackles last year. Wound up a first-team All-American. And there's the first NFL catch for John Ross. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. Dalton here from the gun. Open man is Uzomah. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 47-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Everyone's looking for a bargain in the NFL draft, and I don't think anyone got a bigger one than Cincinnati getting Joe Mixon in the 2nd round.
He keeps moving east. He was born in California, then to Oklahoma, and now finding a home in the Queen City.
And I don't think it'll take him too terribly long to have a real impact on that city in terms of how he plays the game, because he can run it, catch it, he can do it all.
And now to the air, Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
If Joe Mixon plays up to his potential, Cincinnati got a draft steal getting him in the 2nd round.
Strong runner. Now, he's built like a rock, 230 pounds.
Yeah, and he moves like a little guy. All right, he's one of those players that you can use in any situation. Short yardage runner. Heck, you want to give him to the perimeter, he can take off and beat you with his speed, and definitely catches the ball in the backfield.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw here, Dalton steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he will have a touchdown. And this defense... It's looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. short yardage man, Tukuafu. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now Mixon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And this Texans defense stands tall. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Faking the give. Now Watson. Caught. It's Ellington. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And this is caught at the 8. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
And they'll give Miller another crack. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They'll try and pound it in with Posh, the fullback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off of play action, it's Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now they run with Mixon, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Let's go! Out of the gun, Boykin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And now running right through it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on third down, Watson. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. Boykin forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And so Lamar Miller, he's at the 40. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And partner with a new quarterback running the show for the Texans this year, you'd imagine they'd want to rely on Miller quite a bit.
Yeah, I think it was a great idea that they did in 2016. I think they'll expand his role in 2017. The early part of his career, he didn't get the number of carries that he got in 2016. He's still fresh and ready to go. Run it and catch it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Andre Howe. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick 6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 10, it's Boykin again. And he finds Tyler Croft. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd, it's Boykin. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. And he's going to be run over, hit hard as he'll be marked down. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Pass incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
And that's complete to Croft. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 49. They begin with a run by Miller. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board? And you know what you need to do. Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
They'll run it again with Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A first down carry now for Miller. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Watson, off play action. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Bruce Ellington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans add on. And he'll bang that one through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. On second down, here's Boykin. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And the Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and a mile.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, Boykin. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. J.J. Watt. Able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Ellington. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vontaze Burfict able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now here's Ross. He's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They go play action here on 1st down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And some space here. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's Watson going deep for Hop. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Dance into his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd down, Dalton. Flushed out right. He completes it to Boyd. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They look to throw on third with Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a handoff looking right. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a good gain. 31 yards there and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And maybe a measure measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing now, Watson. And he's going to let it go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Now, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.